Any success I have makes me greedier. Like, I want more experiences, and I feel the more dishes I get to taste, the more I get to be part of a conversation, the more I get to collaborate, the more I learn, the more informed I am, the more I want to try. I am an insatiable, curious person. Success has just allowed me to try things. It's given me the freedom to make choices and throw myself at things I don't know and try to surround myself with really smart people.
How did you make the successful transition from childhood to adulthood and not go off the rails as so often happens when you have people who succeed at such a young age? How did you do it?
I'm one of 8 kids, and I still had to load the dishwasher. I still had to put my sisters and brothers to bed. I still had to clean up after breakfast. I still, I was required to be a child and a sibling and a daughter. And I think, though I felt my parents sometimes were overly punitive, I'm enormously grateful now because I think it's what allowed me to navigate those tricky waters. I think my mother did an amazing job not because I turned out well, but simply because she survived. And because I think she cared about the things that I realize now as a parent are the things that I feel are worth caring about.
You have a son, you have the twin daughters. They go to school, they obviously hear a lot about you, the paparazzi. How do you protect them or give them the guidance that your parents gave, that this doesn't overwhelm them or they feel that it's an intrusion?
We want them to be graceful, generous, gracious people. But it's an ongoing conversation because their own reactions to it change as they get older. Younger, they say, "Mama, why is that? Why are those men taking pictures?" And at first I say, "Oh, your dress must be very pretty, Loretta. You must have such a pretty dress on today." And then you can't say that because maybe they don't wear dresses anymore, for instance, say.
How did you keep yourself grounded? I mean, I know you make it a point. You take the kids to school, you do the laundry, you do the shopping, so you don't get in a bubble where it becomes isolated and self-destructive. How did you get through that?
There is this period, this gift of years and years of hard work. There was so much that led up to that time and so many years spent just working hard. The gift of wanting something and working hard for it so that by the time you achieve what someone else calls success, you already feel that you are successful in the daily exercise of the pursuit of work. So I feel like I had, I did this show, say, for instance, and people watched it, and but I recognized that other people saw it as more successful than other things I'd done, but I didn't see it that way. I felt like it was this crazy heirloom that someone handed off to me, and I got to take care of it.
When did you realize that you wanted to be an entrepreneur? And when did you say, it's time to do it, time to have those sleepless nights, time to plunge in?
I think I discovered, really much to my surprise, that I connected to business, that I connected to margins and profits and those big, what used to seem very complicated conversations to me, all sort of were illuminated, and I loved them. But I'm a bitter ender. This is my fatal flaw. I am a bitter ender. And I will cross the finish line bloodied until I recognize that there is nothing left to be done. I wouldn't change any of it. Every agonizing, painful thing, every teeny little triumph, every small victory, every time a check bounced, every time I had to do a job I didn't want to do, I secretly loved it. I love being upset. I love when my heart was broken. Oh my God, I love the agony of heartbreak. I like pushing on the bruise a little bit because I just think it's good for us. So I wouldn't change any of it.